Hey everybody, it's Rachel from Rachel is Knitting, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can use Ravelry to help determine if any trouble you're having with the pattern you're making is due to your own error or an error in the pattern. Before I get started, I do want to forewarn you that this video shows screen recordings of Ravelry, so if Ravelry causes harm to you, please click out of this video and I'll see you next time. Alright, here we are on the Ravelry homepage. Now, if you're anything like me, you surely have experienced this a time or two where you're working away on a pattern and then you notice a mistake, but you're not sure if the mistake is due to your own error or to an error in the pattern. So I'm going to show you how to use Ravelry to determine which of the two is at fault. I'm hovering my mouse over the My Notebook option in the top right-hand corner of my screen and then clicking on Projects. Last night I cast on a lento and I'm going to be using that as the example for today's video. Now this is the second time that I've knit the lento, or am knitting the lento. I knit this towards the end of 2023 and I really love the finished object. But the first time that I knit this, I did have some issues with the raglan increases, and then again I had an off stitch count on one of my arms and on the back portion of the sweater. At the time, I was convinced that this was my own fault. I thought I hadn't been paying attention properly, something went wrong along the way, but now that I've cast on this pattern for a second time and I'm having the same problems even after being mindful to pay close attention to the pattern, I'm no longer convinced that this is my own error, but rather I think that it's an error in the pattern. I just want to stop here for a quick disclaimer. I think that this is a great wearable object and I will probably make more lentos in the future, but spoiler alert, there are some errors in the pattern writing. So from my project page, I'm going to click on the hyperlink for the pattern, which is the lento. Clicking on that will bring me to the pattern page in Ravelry. Now, if I'm looking at this pattern page, there's a lot of information that I can glean, but I'm most interested in the projects that other Ravelry users have logged with the lento. Once I click on the projects page, I will be redirected to a view that shows all of the projects logged by Ravelry users for the lento. This is a great way to look at different body types and different colors and how different Ravelry users have knit this pattern for inspiration. But it's also a great resource to see if anyone else is having the same issue that you're experiencing. I'm going to type in purl front back since this is one of the increases used and it's the particular increase that has given me trouble. From there, I'll click on the search button and this will bring up all of the projects that have the letters PFB within the project notes. Then what I like to do is scroll through and quickly skim what the quick view note is that I can see before actually clicking on a project page. I've already seen some interesting notes. For instance, this quick view note says, I saw lots of projects that commented on the raglan stitches not lining up. This in and of itself is validating, and I see already that I'm not the only user who's having this issue with the increases. I'll continue scrolling just to see what I see. Here I have another quick view note that I can see that says solution for shifted raglan increases, as others too had misaligned raglan increases on left shoulder. Exactly, bingo, that's just the problem I'm having too. Now that I have some better information and better search terms, I'm going to try this again with the word misalign. Click that search bar and I can look through with the same method of skimming the visible note to see if there's any more information to glean. Lisa T's Lento Pullover in Red project page has a note to all future knitters and has a solution for the error of the misaligned raglan shoulders. So if I click on this project, I can see that there's more information to solve my problem. So, based on this gathered data, I can safely assume that the roadblocks I am experiencing in my project are not due to my own error, but to an error in the pattern. Having this data is validating and helpful because it allows me to make adjustments for the current lento that is on my needles, as well as helps me conceptualize how to approach any future lentos I may choose to knit. So hope this helps. Happy knitting, happy Ravelry using, and I'll see you later.